So coming onto your mat, we're going to find our neutral position. So laying nice and flat on the floor, looking up towards the ceiling. Take those knees bent, feet on your mat. Rest your arms down beside you. I want you to have that curl under your lower back. We're in our neutral position. We're just going to start by taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as we're taking these nice deep breaths in and out, we're going to think about the position of those hips, keeping them nice and level. Imagine you've got torches on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Just breathing in and out. Keep the upper body nice and relaxed. The shoulders are away from the ears. Your chest is nice and open. The weight is evenly placed to your feet. So big toe, little toe, heel. We're just beginning to tighten through the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, we tuck the pelvis under. You're flattening your lower back into the mat. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Holding there. Releasing out. So as you're tucking under, we're trying to find a nice strong flat back position. We're using the pelvis and the tummy muscles to move, so try and avoid squeezing your bottom. On this next one, we're going to hold our flat back position. So we're tucking under here to hold, making sure your back is nice and flat into the ground. We're going to start to tighten through the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. Keep that flat back, you're just tightening internally here. So you're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. Exhale, tighten. Inhale to relax. So as we're tightening here, you should be feeling as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're halving this contraction, so 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. Tightening as you breathe out. Inhale to release. So still keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Get them away from the ears. Open up in the chest. If you're feeling really tight, you just turn your palms up to face the ceiling. Pull the tummy all the way down towards your spine. And keep that weight evenly placed to your feet. So big toe, little toe, and heel. We're halving one last time, so 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So now that flat back position should feel nice and strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. We're going to bring both legs off of the floor into a tabletop position. And as you breathe out, we're tapping one toe down to the mat. Inhale to lift, swapping sides, tapping down. And lift. Tapping down. And lift. So swapping sides each time, we're keeping the back nice and flat. Use your tummy, tighten the pelvic floor. Relaxing those shoulders, taking nice deep breaths. We have 2 more on each side, tapping down and lift. Down and lift. One more time each side, down and lift. Last time, down and lift. Hug those knees in. From here we're going into our back stretch, so coming onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Your tummy's nice and tightened here. As you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under. We're curving the back. Starting to arch the spine, let the head drop. Take a deep breath in to stay. As you exhale, let your pelvis go back to your start position. You're working through your spine, piece by piece, letting the head lift. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Then releasing back through the spine. Piece by piece. Your head is the last thing to lift. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Working into each section piece by piece. So if you have any areas that are feeling really stiff and sore, I'm just going to slow them down as we move through. There's no rush, you just want to get loads of movement between each vertebrae. So as we're curving the back, you're pulling the tummy all the way in. As you return to your start position, you're thinking shoulders are away from the ears. Lifting the head. You've got 2 more here. Tucking under to curve. Nice deep breaths. Holding. Releasing out. This is your last one. We're tucking under. Curving the back, dropping the head. Holding. Releasing out. And we lift. Push back into your shell stretch, bottom to the feet. Reach those arms out in front. Then we're going on to our backs. So taking the knees bent, feet on the floor. And try and get your knees so they're in line with your hips. Arms rest down beside you. You want our curve underneath our lower back. Take a nice deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, tuck under, flatten your lower back into the floor. Squeezing your bottom, we start to lift, peeling away from the floor, piece by piece, bringing those hips up as high as you can go. Take a deep breath in to stay. As you breathe out, tuck the rib cage under. You're rolling down through the spine. Piece by piece coming out to neutral. We tuck under to flatten. Squeezing the bottom, start to lift. Peel away from the floor. Working through the spine. Lifting those hips up high. We hold. And then tuck those ribs under. Rolling down through the spine. Releasing out to neutral. So again, we want to get lots of movement through the back. So still slowing down any areas that feel stiff or sore. Taking your time as you're peeling away. We're relaxing the shoulders, so if you need to, you can turn your palms up to the ceiling. Keeping the weight evenly placed to your feet. So remember, big toe, little toe, heel. Tummy and pelvic floor are nice and tightened. Taking deep breaths in and out. We have 2 more here. Tucking under. Squeeze to lift, peeling away. Hold at the top, deep breath in. Controlling down. Last one here, tucking under to flatten. Squeeze the bottom, start to lift, peel away. Holding at the top, deep breath in. Controlling down through the spine. And releasing out. Take those legs nice and long. Arms stretch out. So in a full body stretch, give those legs a shake. Bring the knees bent again. We're still in neutral. But this time I want you to bring your legs so they're almost touching. So your legs are quite narrow in this position. Arms are again beside you to begin with. Still in that curved position. Take a nice deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale, lift the shoulders from the floor, reach those arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms, we hold. Control back down. So you need to pull your tummy in. That's what's going to help to lift you from the floor. You're using your chin to chest position to try and help the neck stay nice and relaxed. So we're taking a big nod of the head, then we're lifting, holding here and controlling back down. Use that lengthening through the arms to help keep your shoulders away from your ears. Got 2 more like this. Then we're going to change the position of the legs. This is your last one here. So from here you're going to pick one foot up from the floor and unfold through the knee. What you want to have is your thighs in line, so you shouldn't have this leg higher or lower than the leg on the floor. They stay in line. Just have a slight gap so that you're not relying on the supporting leg to take the weight of that leg. From here, the rest of your movement is staying the same. Take a deep breath in to nod. Exhale, lift the shoulders. Breathe in to hold. Exhale, place the upper body down, but leave the leg where it is if you can. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders. Holding there. Control back down, leave the leg. So you're still using your tummy muscles to lift you. You've got the nod of your head to try and keep some tension away from the neck and the shoulders. Get tightened in your pelvic floor. At any point the neck is feeling sore, you can support behind the head if you need to, but keep those shoulders relaxed. We're going to take 2 more here. Last one. So from there, that foot goes back onto the mat. We're going to be lifting and lengthening the other leg. Remember, it stays in line with the leg you're leaving on the mat. Same thing, breathe in to nod. Exhale to lift. Holding. Control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, we hold. Control back down. So remember, you've got that tummy tightening, got your chin to chest position. The arms are reaching nice and long, keeping the shoulders down. You can support the head if you need to. Tighten through the pelvic floor. Make sure you're breathing. 2 more here. Last one. Relax there. Hug those knees in. Remember, if your neck is sore, to shake your head from side to side. We're going to go onto our fronts. If you need a drink, then grab one. So as you're laying on your front, your legs are long, quite close together here. And you're going to start with your arms beside your legs. So you're looking down towards the mat. Take a nice deep breath in to roll the shoulders back. Exhale, reach your hands to your feet, lifting your chest from the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Roll the shoulders back. Reach and lift. We hold. Control back down. So we need to be working every muscle in the legs, from the feet all the way into your bottom. pull that tummy all the way in. So your bottom and your tummy work together to keep your back nice and strong. If at any point you're cramping up through the legs or the feet, you can tuck the toes under like this to help to lengthen the back of your legs. Use the roll of your shoulders to take them away from your ears, opening up through your chest. And as you reach your arms back, that's what's lifting you up from the floor. Two more here, then we'll change the arms. Last one. From here, take your hands into the lower back, so your elbows are pointing out each side of you. We take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, we're hovering the upper body from the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to come back down. Lifting up. Holding there. Control back down. So still keeping the work up the back of the legs into the bottom. Pulling the tummy in. This position of your hands in the lower back will help to open up through the chest and keep the shoulders down. Keep long through your body. Got two more here. Last one. From there, we're going to push ourselves back into a shelf stretch position. So your bottom goes to your feet. We're reaching the arms out in front. Good. From there, we're going into our 100. So coming onto your back. We're going to find our flattened position. So really tucking under, losing that gap. And we'll have the legs just in a tabletop position, glued together. So you can keep the legs bent here. I'll talk you through what we're doing and then we'll go all together. So we're going to be in our lifted position, chin to chest, arms nice and long. The neck at any point is really sore, you're just lowering your head back down. From here, with the palms facing the floor, we're going to be beating the arms up and down for 100 repetitions. 5 as you breathe in, 5 as you breathe out. So the arms will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, like usual, the hands are behind the head, and you're taking 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards those legs. Then we're going to relax the head back and rest the arms down. And with your legs, you're taking 1 set of 8, but then really slow, tipping your legs over to each side. So we've done this before in the warm-up, so you're going to be coming over and centre. So it's going to be really slow, over and centre. And you're doing 1 set of 8. So I'll count you through everything. After you finish that, we're going to hug the knees in and then we're going to take a stretch out. Okay, so I'll talk you through. Hopefully I'll count everything correctly. So from here, find that strong flat back position, really tuck under, lose that gap. Bring your legs into tabletop, glue them together. If you're lifting your upper body, nod the head, lift the shoulders. Take your arms nice and long. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, take those hands behind the head. 2 sets of 8, sitting up. Come up for 8, 7, 6, tummies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your head down, rest the arms beside you. We're tipping over, release that hip. Come back to the center, keep the shoulders down. You're tipping over, release the hip. Come back to the center, tipping over, breathe. Back to the center, tipping over, use your tummy. Come back to the center, you're halfway, tipping over. Come back to the center, we tip over. Come back to the center, we've got 2 more, 1 on each side. Tip over. Come back to the center, we're tipping over. Come back to the center, hug those knees in. And then stretch yourself out into a nice long full body stretch. Good, from there we come up to sitting. Grab a drink if you need one. So as you come to sitting, we're going to take the knees bent, feet on the floor. And our arms are long and in front of us, shoulder height, shoulder width apart. Sit really tall through your body. From here, as you breathe out, pull the tummy in, curving the back, we start to lean away from the legs. So no further than halfway, you can keep it nice and small. Hold in there, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring yourself up and over. Inhale to sit nice and tall through the spine, ready to go again. We curve and lean away. Hold in there. We're lifting up and over. Inhale to start sitting up tall through the spine. So you're really pulling the tummy in as you curve. Using it to hold you there. Tighten more to come up and over. Restack your spine. Get those shoulders down. Come up and over. Making sure you're really stacking through the spine before you start to curve again, leaning away. We hold. Come up and over. Try and get really tightened through the pelvic floor. Lean away. Deep breaths. We're taking 2 more here. Curve and lean away. Holding. Come up and over. Sitting up nice and tall. Last one, curve and lean away. Holding there. Up and over. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. From there we're going to do a similar exercise. We're going to stay in the same position. Seated with the knees bent, feet on the floor, arms nice and long. So you're still going to start to lean yourself back, curving in your tummy. But as you do this, you're going to start to drop one arm. So you're going to turn so that you're facing forwards, and your other arm is going to reach behind you. Hold there as you breathe in. Exhale to come back up tall, facing the front, other side. Start to curve, drop the arm, rotate towards the opposite wall. Hold as you stretch back, come back up to sitting. Start to curve, twisting the arm, opening up. We hold, come back up, sitting tall, other side, rotate, breathe. It doesn't matter how you breathe. You're taking nice deep breaths in and out. Reach. Back up. Twist and reach. Back up. One more each side. Twist and reach. Come back up. Twist and reach. Come back up, relaxing there. From there, we're going to take the soles of our feet together. So your knees are nice and wide, hips are really open. We're going to curve ourselves forward, dropping that head. And from there, if you want to increase that stretch, you're taking your elbows into your legs and pushing down as you hold onto the feet. Good. From there, we're going to lay on our backs. And we're going to find a flattened position. So, remember you want to be tucked under to lose the gap under your lower spine. And from here, as we lift the legs, we're going to lengthen them. So remember, I spoke about this last week. When your legs are in a lengthened position, it doesn't matter if you have to keep them slightly bent. As long as you can maintain the position and you're trying to keep it longer than as if you were in tabletop. Your arms are reaching to the ceiling. We did this one last week. So as you breathe out, you're going to lift up, looking to your knees or lower as you reach towards those toes. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Coming up. And down. So we're going to make sure that we're keeping our flat back position. So you're tightening your tummy you're using your pelvic floor. Looking to your knees downwards to keep the neck as relaxed as you can. We've got 2 more of these. Inhale to lift. Exhale down. Last one, lifting up. And down, hug those knees in. So we're going to use a similar position through our body. So you're still going to be nice and tucked under, flat back, the legs lengthen. Still with the arms reaching up long and in front of you. So as you breathe out, again, looking to the knees as you lift, you're going to reach over to the outside of one leg. Try and stay close to that leg. Inhale, back down. Other side, exhale, lift, reach over. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift, reach over. Inhale, down. You can support the head here. You're taking the opposite arm across, coming back to the center in your swap, reaching over. If not, with both arms. So breathe. Tighten the tummy. Use your pelvic floor. 2 more on each side. One more on each side. Relax there, hug those knees in. So we've got one last exercise in our flat back position, but this time we're going to be keeping our head resting on the floor. So if your neck is sore, you haven't got to have it lifted this time. So get your flat back position, really tuck under. This time just bring your legs into tabletop. You're still going to have your arms reaching up towards the ceiling. From here, and this is where I'm really testing your brain, I want you to take one arm behind you so that it's pointing towards the wall behind your head. Your opposite leg moves in towards what I would usually say the centre, but it'll be the other wall. Okay, so you've got one arm and leg pointing to the ceiling, one arm and leg pointing away from your body. Bring them back to the centre. Swap sides. Take the arm behind you, the leg away from you, other arm and leg point to the ceiling. Come back up and swap. What you're going to want to do is drop the other arm down to your hip. It should always be lifted. So you should always have one hand and knee pointing to the ceiling and one hand and foot pointing towards the wall. Back to the centre. So you want to keep your tummy nice and tightened. Use your pelvic floor. So you want to keep a flat back. If you feel your body moving into that curved position, then don't take your arm and your leg as low as they move away. They can stay high, they're just moving away from your body. The leg can stay bent, it hasn't got to straighten. Don't forget to breathe. So concentrate on the movement. Don't overthink it, that's where you'll go wrong. I'm just going to take one more on each side. Last one here. And relax. Hug those knees in. And then bring yourself into a full body stretch. Nice deep breaths. From here we stay on our backs, but we're going to be in neutral. So you're going to have that curve. We're going to bend the knees and place the feet on the floor. And again, we're going to bring our legs quite close together. So like we had at the very beginning when we did our sit-ups. So here, you've got that curve under your lower back, big enough for your hand. Your arms are going to rest down beside you. You're going to lift one leg up. It doesn't have to be in line with the other leg. It doesn't have to be straight. It's just lifted into a position that's comfortable for you to maintain. From here, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze your bottom, press into the foot that's on your mat, and lift those hips up as high as you can go. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale, put the bottom down, leave the leg where it is. We're lifting up, holding that lifted position. Control back down. Just stay with the same leg. I'll tell you when to swap. As you're lifting and lowering, you want to make sure that you're pressing into both shoulders evenly. So don't lean into one side more than the other. Lifting up, holding, control down. Make sure the weight in your foot on the floor is even. So big toe, little toe, heel. So you can really press into the floor. You're still squeezing the bottom. If you're getting lots of cramp, bring that foot closer to the bottom. Tummy should be really tightened, helping to keep your rib cage in line. Try and get tightening through that pelvic floor if you can. And breathe. 2 more here, we'll change legs. This is your last one. Lifting up, holding there, and back down. Just take the legs out and give them a little shake. Then we're coming back into the same position. Legs nice and close together, still in neutral, and the other leg lifts. So remember, it doesn't need to be straight or in line with your supporting leg, just making sure that this leg is lifted to a position that's comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, squeeze that bottom, press into the foot on the floor, lifting the hips up. Breathe in to hold. Exhale to come back down. We're lifting up, holding, control, back down. So we're going to use that squeeze in the bottom to give you your lift. Holding there. Control down. Keep the tightening through the pelvic floor and the tummy. Remember, weight is even through your shoulders. Keep them away from the ears. Squeezing in the bottom. Two more here. Last one. Relaxing there, take both legs out nice and long. Bring your arms out and just give the legs a little shake out there. Again, nice deep breaths. From here, we're going to come onto our fronts. You'll grab any drink if you need one. So as you come onto your front, we're going to have the legs nice and long, and your arms are going to be into the lower back. So we did this one, well, part of this one at the very beginning. I'll talk you through it and then we'll go together. We'll see how we get on. So you're going to look down towards your mat. Your legs are long, quite close together, and your hands are going to be into your lower back. So your elbows are poking out each side of you. So the very beginning of this movement, you need to turn your head to face one side. The very beginning of this movement, we're going to take 3 kicks with both legs together. So you're kicking 1, 2, 3. From there, you're going to lengthen your legs out, but try and keep them lifted. Reach your arms back, so your upper body and your legs are lifted, Turn your head to face the other way, and then relax back down. And again, we're going to go kick, kick, kick. Reach the legs and the arms along to lift. Turn your head, relax back down. Kick, kick, kick. Reach the legs and the arms along to lift. Turn, control back down. Kick, 2, 3. Reaching long to lift. Turn, control back down. Let's try to take a breath out as you kick. Inhale to reach. Turn the head. Come back down. Breathe out to kick, kick, kick. Reach long to lift. Turn the head. Come back down. Make sure you're squeezing your bottom. Tighten the tummy as you reach. Get those shoulders away from the ears. Turn the head. Come back down. Again, a kick, kick, kick. Full rotation through the neck. Let's take one more on each side. Kick, kick, kick. Reach long to lift. Turn. Down. This is your last one. We kick, kick, kick. Reaching long, lift, turn, and down. From there, push yourself back into a shell stretch. Just reaching out nice and long. Good, we're going to stay on our fronts. Bring those legs up nice and wide. We're going to get a bigger lift through the upper body. Done this one before, so turning the feet out. This time the hands are coming mat width apart in line with the ears. We did this a few times last week. Looking down to the floor. Take your deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, we're pushing the nose forwards. Lift the head and the chest. Press down into your hands. Lift yourself up as high as you can go. It's just the upper body. These hips stay down. Holding there to take a deep breath in. Exhale to control back down through the upper body to your mat. Push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. Pressing down. Hold your lifted position. Control down through the spine to your mat. So you're working up the back of the legs into your bottom and you're pulling your tummy in. We're in full extension with the spine. You need to make sure that it's really strong. Get your shoulders away from your ears. Get that chest really open. So you're looking out in front of you the whole time that you lift as you push the nose forwards. So we're just taking these nice and slowly, really working on that lifted, open position through the chest. We're going to take 2 more here. This is your last one. we're pushing ourselves back into our shell stretch. As you reach your arms forwards, I want you to creep your fingertips a little further forwards if you can. And then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. The tummy is nice and tight into here. As you breathe out, you're taking opposite arm and leg nice and long, and we lift. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. We swap sides, reaching long and lift. We hold, control back down. So we want to make a nice long line from the tips of the fingers to the ends of the toes. So it doesn't matter how high or low your arm and your leg are moving. We want a straightening through the elbow and the knee. Get the tummy really pulled in. That will help to make sure that your back stays in a long line. And that our balance is really strong. Bringing the hands back under your shoulders will also help with your balance. So if you feel as though they're creeping too far in front of you, just bring them a little bit further under you. Otherwise you'll feel quite wobbly as you start to lift away from the floor. You have 2 more on each side, then we'll add more movement in. This is your last one on each side. Reaching out long and lift. Holding. Control back down. Last one, reaching long and lift. Holding. Control back down. So from here, we're still going to reach opposite arm and leg out nice and long, and we lift. We're going to bring the hand and the knee in to meet. We reach back out, and then come down to the floor. Swapping sides, so you're reaching out long and lift. The hand and the knee come in. We reach out, down to the floor. So your second reach to be just as long as the first. Still keeping really tight and through the tummy. Nice deep breath. So it doesn't matter how you're breathing. Make sure that you're not holding your breath at any point. You have 2 more on each side. The last one on each side, reaching long and lift. The hand and the knee meet. Reach out and down. Last time. Relax there and roll through those wrists. We're staying on the hands and knees. This time though, tucking those toes under. If your wrists are feeling really sore, you can drop onto your forearms if you need to. So just let those wrists rest if they are feeling a bit sore, not long arms. As you breathe out, you're going to pull the tummy all the way in, press into your hands and your feet, and those knees are lifting off. Just an inch or so. Inhale back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Lifting up. And down. Lifting up. And down. So if you are on your forearms, you're just slightly lower to the ground. So make sure it's your tummy muscles lifting you. Pull that belly button all the way in. Hands and your feet are there for support. We've got 4 more here. We're lifting up. And down. Lifting up. And down. Last 2. Up. And down. Lifting up. And down. Relax there. Roll through those wrists. We're going to go into our full planks. So from here, you're going to bring your upper body towards the front of your mat. Again, you can be on your forearms if you need to. Rest the wrists if they're sore. So you're going to step one foot back behind us. The weight comes into the toes. The other leg comes out to join it. Find a nice strong plank position. You can either hold your plank here, or if you're feeling nice and strong, we lift one leg off, put it down, the other leg off, put it down, knees go down. When you're ready, we go again. Stepping back and back. Find that plank position. Lifting up and down, lift up and down, put those knees down. We're making sure that we're squeezing the bottom, tightening in the tummy. Nice deep breaths. Shouldn't be holding your breath as you're in that plank. If you're on your forearms, you're just a little bit lower to the ground. It's exactly the same movement. We've got 2 more of these. Stepping back and back, one leg lifts, down, the other leg lifts, down, knees go down. Last one. Stepping back and back, plank position. Lift up, down, knees go down. Stretching back, roll through those wrists. Nice deep breaths, control that breathing. And we'll come into a stretch. I'll stay kneeling if you want to, you can stand. So we're going to roll those shoulders back. Breathe. And forwards. Take those arms out to the side. We're going to lift up. We stretch over. Come back to the centre. Lifting up. Stretching over. Back to the centre. One more time each side. Lift up. And over. Centre, lift up. And over. Relaxing now, it's the end of class.